Tonight, we're looking into what could happen if a candidate for Benton County Judge decided to withdraw from the race. The candidate, Austin McCollum, who is also an Arkansas state representative, was arrested over the weekend. He's accused of assaulting his wife. We have 4029's Chip Scarborough here with us now with a breakdown of those laws. Chip.
Well, Brandon, one election official in Northwest Arkansas tells me state law is very specific when it comes to a candidate potentially dropping out of a race for office. Jennifer Price is Director of Elections for neighboring Washington County. She is in no way involved in anything related to elections in Benton County. However, she can speak to Arkansas law and what happens if a candidate ultimately decides to exit a race for office.
So the law is very clear, though, when you have that vacancy in nomination. So that candidate either has to move out of the district, they have to have a serious illness, or they have to have died, passed away.
We reached out to Austin McCollum and his attorney today. We are waiting to hear back. He has not yet commented on his campaign for Benton County Judge since his arrest. Price says one of the three criteria she just mentioned must be met in order for there to be a discussion of a replacement candidate. To reiterate, a candidate must either move out of the area, have a serious illness, or have passed away. Then the county party could talk about where things go next. In this case, it would be the Benton County Republican Party that would decide how to proceed.
So what happens is then the political party will either hold an election if they have the time to hold the election, or they can call for a convention at the local level.
The convention would likely be made up of the leadership of the Benton County Republican Party, who would vote as a group on a nominee. But Price says there are checks and balances along the way.
It does go through the governor's office, so there are steps where the governor's office has to be notified that there is a vacancy in nomination. You have to state clearly what those reasons are for that vacancy in nomination, and then let the governor's office know what steps you are taking to fill that nomination.
Obviously a lot to try to absorb and process here. Austin McCollum is also a state representative. There are also calls for him to resign from that position. There's a whole different process for removing him from that spot, though, if he doesn't leave willingly. House Speaker Brian Evans is threatening to convene the House to remove him from there. Brandon.